Hi, I'm Willie. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you need IT consulting, go to williehowe.com, fill out that contact form, and someone will be in touch with you as soon as possible. What we're going to look at today is the Reolink RLC-510A. And I want to let you know Reolink did send this camera to me, but they don't get to see this video ahead of time. They don't get to see what I say about the camera. Thoughts and opinions are my own. Now, really, if you're looking for a budget, camera that's got a decent picture, this Reolink comes in at under $50 shipped to you. It is fully weatherproof. It will take an SD card, the SD card slot on the back. This arm is fully articulating. It does have night vision, and it's got this, you think this blue, this is actually a gasket, right? So you can unscrew this. Now, we're going to take a look at it here in a minute and the options in the menu. Here's what Reolink's website has to say about it. Smart person vehicle detection alerts. Now, this is if you're using the Reolink app. We usually pair these with a Synology. And in case you're wondering, and I'll show you in a second, it is compatible with Synology Surveillance Station. But they want to make sure that we highlight, that the camera is power over Ethernet, gets 100-foot night vision recording. You can do audio recording. Always check the laws in your state when it comes to audio recording. And they're really pushing a lot of this smart person vehicle alerts in the cameras. So there is a small amount of AI in the camera. And we're gonna take a look at that. It does have a pretty decent picture. I'm going to show you the picture just here in the office. I've got another Reolink camera to do a video on, and then an Anki, and then we're going to mount these outside. So you'll get to see night vision outdoor test at a later time. This is just going over the specs and stuff. So of course it is PoE. I do not use the Reolink app. Anytime I'm buying cameras, we're pairing them with an NVR. Now, these cameras do work best. They are plug and play with that Reolink NVR, but we haven't used a Reolink NVR in a couple of years. Everything has been, Synology Surveillance Station or another NVR that has these cameras on the compatibility list. You can put up to a 256 gig SD card in here. And yeah, right here it says that the Reolink NVRs are recommended for the best performance. The NVR is, can do, you see here it says video lapse, time lapse, and all that. They are waterproof, IP66 certified weatherproof. Once again, I don't use the apps or any of that stuff. If you're interested in using the apps and doing, integrations and stuff like that, go ahead and check it out. It's just not something that we do. So if we look at the Synology Surveillance Station compatible cameras, we can see that the Reolink RLC-510A is compatible as long as you are on Surveillance Station 5.8.2 or better. And we're using video codec H.264. This is not H.265 compatible. They could change that at some point. You can do 2 streams with it. Audio in, motion detection. You can see here you can't do a lot of these. I mean, some of these things just aren't available, like pan, tilt, zoom, autofocus. This is a fixed lens camera. So it says no to edge recording, and depending on what you're looking at with edge recording is you would record to the device and then send the footage upstream. You can do video orientation, change between day-night mode, change the on-screen display, and push NTP to the camera. So I'll leave an Amazon affiliate link to this camera. Right now it's $59.99. It was $49.99. Let's see. this, yeah, RLC-510A. So it looks like it's gone up $10 in the last couple days on Amazon. You can get the deal apparently over here on their site for $46.79. Not sure what the shipping is or if that actually ships from Amazon. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to point this at a sign that I've got, and we're going to get some footage from it here in the house. So hold on just a second. All right, so here we are at the camera login. The first thing that I don't like is it comes with a blank password. Now that is very much for plug and play with the Reolink NVR. Also makes it easier to set up on other NVRs, but they should be having default usernames and passwords. And I'm using Firefox. There is a little bit of lag in the live view, as you can see. So it's not horrible, but this is the image. This is without any manipulation. So let's take a look at our basic settings. We can change the on-screen display. You can see I've already changed that to WH-Lab RLC-510A. We can change the position of that. We can put the date, time on, position of that. Here's our encoding, so our stream can be clear or fluent. Clear is going to have a better picture. We've got record audio turned off. Here's our resolution, our frame rate, maximum bit rate, and interframe space. And then here we can do some fine-tuning of the image if we want. Under advanced settings, we got anti-flicker, daylight mode, LED mode, and then video clip. We do not have any clips saved to the camera. We don't have an SD card. So if we pull up the main config, you can see we can flip the display, mirror it, change the positioning of the camera, name, date and time. We can enable or disable the watermark. And we can set up our privacy masks. And so some of these settings you saw on that main screen. Here's our stream settings. So you can see that fluent stream has a lower resolution, only has a 640 by 480, whereas the clear resolution has a much higher resolution. Here's the detection alarm. So we can set up detection zones within the image. See, that's got a nice little image on it there. So we can draw, you know, where we want things to be set up, not set up. We can wipe everything clean there. I'm not going to save that. Now, the sensitivity and the smart detection is, it's a little different than you're used to, like if you're using an NVR that's got some of this stuff built in where it's using like a deep stack AI. Motion detection, we can add a time period for that. Smart detection. Now, this is where it's a little maybe confusing, whereas you have to set the sensitivity. So at low sensitivity, it only detects objects moving with a high similarity appearance to persons to reduce the false alarm. And as you change the sensitivity, you can see that at high sensitivity detects moving objects with a low similarity. And you can do the same thing for vehicles, right? So you've got high, medium, or low. But then you can actually come in and you can change the object sizes. So moving objects that are smaller than the minimum object size or bigger will not trigger the alarm. So you can kind of come in here for the person and for the vehicle and kind of fine tune it. I kind of like the deep stack AI stuff that has models built in. I'm not saying that that's not how this works. This is just a little bit different. But for a $49 camera, I think that that's a pretty good option. Audio and lighting, so you can record audio or not. And then our IR lights, we can either keep them off or turn them on auto. Here's our camera info. We can see like our build numbers, firmware, all that good stuff. Then under surveillance here, you can see enable recording. Overwrite pre-motion records, so it records X amount of seconds before the motion. Here it's set to 15. And then this is by default set to alarm and record for persons, vehicles, or any motions 24/7. Email is, they've got all of this stuff turned on, but it's not really configured and I'm not using the app, so these alerts aren't going to work. But you can send alerts through email, FTP, and then here is push to your device. Network settings, pretty standard. We can assign a static IP to this instead of DHCP. We can enable universal plug and play. UID is that device ID. DDNS we can set up, NTP, and then the port settings. So we can change all those ports. You can see it does support ONVIF, which is why we're able to easily able to use it with other NVRs and also RTSP. So we could capture it that way as well. Storage, you'll see there's no hard drive detected, so no SD card in there. And then under system, we can add more users, change our date and time, the format. And then here we can set up an auto reboot and we can upgrade the firmware. So, I mean, for a budget camera, I've actually been pretty happy. I've been playing around with, the different resolutions. So you'll really see this. We're going to set this up outside with the other ones once we get there. I've got some pre-measured areas. It's about 200 feet, and we're going to time cars going between 0 feet and 200 feet and see how fast they're going. So it's a manual calculation. I don't have any cool hardware to do that. But yeah, so if you're looking for an inexpensive camera, go check out the Reolink. If you've got the Reolinks, put down in the comments, let us know how you like the Reolink. So we've deployed these. I've seen them deployed. And unless we had them go bad, there wasn't really any complaints about them. So the recordings are often going to be much higher quality than what we're seeing in Firefox here. So yeah, check it out. Let me know if you've got any problems or questions. So, and if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe. Please comment and share. Please follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Those links are down below. If you'd like to support the channel by using our affiliate links and Patreon link, those are down below. If you'd like to hire us for IT consulting, go to williehowe.com, fill out that contact form, and someone will be in touch with you as soon as possible. Once again, I'm Willie. I want to thank you for being here, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.